Hello everyone. In today's session, we are going to see how we can use price list module in MaxxERP software. For that, first we'll go to Masters, Price List, and then we'll enter the price list name here. So I'm having it as, and we have to give the alias name, from which date it should be applicable, and whether it is for sales or purchases, and then whether you want to have it as group wise or product wise. Next, applicable on, and it should be applicable on which rates, MRP, cost rate, purchase rate or sales rate, and the methods you want to use. And here we have to mention the discount rate 10%. Now we can just segregate it as group wise or brand wise or category wise, and we have to define the GST class here, and then we can just click on apply methods and rates. So first it shows yes, it will be applicable on all the products and no only to the products which have been filtered. And then we'll just give save. Now we'll just see the effect. Go to sales, sales invoice. Okay. Enter the customer's name. And here we have a price list option. We can select the price list for this particular person as well. And then we'll just enter the product. So we can see the discount has automatically been applied here. Now select the quantities. And we can just see. Now next, we'll go for another price list method. For that, we'll go to Masters, Price List. And here we have to enter the price list name, for example. So I'm having it as sales, and we can have it as product wise also, and then we can just filter it out. Proceed, and you can click on load products, or you can even load all the products by clicking on load all products. Next, here we have to define the method discount rate inclusive, how much discount rate you want to define, that is 10%. And if you want that both the products must have the same discount rate and inclusive, you can just click on apply method and rates. Yes. And then you can just save. And then if you want this particular price list to be default for few of the customers, so we can just go back to Masters, Customers, search, enter the customer's name, click on other details, price list, select the price list and save. So you can do this for few of the customers to whom you want to keep it as default. And then we'll go to sales. So sales, sales invoice. Enter the account name. So you can see the price list has automatically fetched, and we'll enter product name. So here we can see that rate per unit shows the calculation in total or the discount rate inclusive, and we can just save. Now next method, if we go back to the price list, is discount per quantity, and let's take the type as purchase, and here we can enter the vendor's name, any remarks to be given, and it's applicable on, so I have taken it as purchase rate, and method as discount per quantity. So discount to be given on each quantity, so let's take it as 10 and select the group, the GST class, and you can, and then we'll just save. So now I'll go to purchase. For discount per quantity, we need to go to options, configuration, settings, screen and validation, enter discount. So here we can see apply discount per quantity. You have to give yes, and then we have to need to save. Close and reopen the screen. And here we have to enter the invoice number. invoice date, invoice amount, and the account name. And we can see the price list has defaultly fetched into the product and the quantities. So here we can see discount per quantity is 10 and the total discount will be 500. So 10 into 50, 500 will be deducted, and then we can just save. Next, if you want a price list for customer wise, so you can just go to file, book setting, enter customer. So you can see maintain customer wise price list. You can just give that yes, and we can just save that. And again, if you go to master's price list, enter the price list name. The price list, we can select the type, which will be sales, and you can have it as product wise, and you can just enter the account name. So from which date to which date it's applicable for them, and you can even filter it out. And load products. So it will load all the products of that particular group. And you can mention the rate for them. If the rate is same for both the products, you can just mention it here and apply method and rates. And if it is different, you can just mention it here. And then we can just save. Now if you go to sales invoice, enter the name. So you can see the price list here defaultly fetched. We can enter that product. So we can see it has automatically fetched as 700. And then now we'll try the other methods of the price list. We go to master's price list. Next would be markdown price list. So I have taken it as on the sales rate 10%. So if you go to sales, enter that customer's name, select the price list. So here we can see 10%, that is the markdown, and we can just save that. Now next price list method, if we search again, markup. So in that the category I have given it as clothing, and the markup would be 20%, and we'll just save. Now if we enter a customer's name, select the price list, enter the product. As we can see, the sales rate has been changed to 6,000, whereas it was only 5,000 rupees markup. And then we can just save. So next price list method will go by. In the price list search, we have rate plus discount. So in that I have given the product name as watch and rate plus discount. That means the rate also will be higher or lower, and the discount also will be applicable on that rate. So I have given it as 1200 on 10%. So that would be my sales rate. If I go back to sales, enter the customer's name, select the price list, enter the product name. So here we can see the sales rate is 1000, but as we have given it as 1200, so it's applying on that. And if you click on proceed, so here we can see 1200 on that 10% has been applied. The total will be 1210 rupees, and then we'll just save. Next method of the price list, if you go back to the price list, next is the discount amount price list, where I have given the group name as sunglasses and a discount amount as 400. Now if you go back to sales and enter the customer's name, select the price list, enter the product. So here we can see the sales data as 1000 and select the quantity. So here we can see the trade per unit as 600, as 400 is given as discount amount, and we'll just save. Now the next method of price list, we'll just search margin price list, and it will be based on purchase, and here we have to enter the account name, and I have given the margin as 10% on cost rate. So if you go to purchase, enter the invoice number, invoice date, and the account name. So we can see the price list has automatically fetched, and here we have to enter the product name. So here we can see the margin has been calculated and been shown in the rate per unit, and then we can just save. Now next, we can even import the price list in MaxxERP software. For that, we'll just go to Masters, Price List. We can click on Download Template. Give yes. Here we have to enter the product name. So this import can only happen through product wise. Define the GST class. It's applicable on, let's take a sales rate. Method, so you can define the method here. You can enter the product rate as well, and if there is any discount percentage, then you can mention it here, and we'll just save. Close this. Now you have to select on its product wise, and here we can see upload template. Select the template, and here we can see it has been uploaded, and then you have to give the name and the print name, and you can just save that. So that's it for today's session, guys. Thank you.